Got a cat friend. Oh yeah. What's going on, guys? My name is Tommy. His name is Achilles. He's hanging out with us today. Welcome back to the channel. We've got more of that sweet Pathfinder 2nd Edition lore coming at you today. We're looking at the Eye of Dread. Yeah, it's getting spoopy up in here. If you're liking what you're seeing, like, subscribe, ding the bell. Time to get down to business. Today's episode of Your Pathfinder 2nd Edition preview content was brought to you in part by Toby and Nagase. Carrying Crown's taking a week off because Robin's out of town, but we'll be back at it real soon to kill people dead with haunts. Now let's hit it. I'm gonna spoil a couple of APs on this one. Just gonna throw it out now. This will spoil Tyrant's Grasp. This will spoil Iron Fang Invasion. You have been warned. And that warning is important because the Whispering Tyrant has escaped his prison. A lot of things are changing in the region because of that. First and foremost, the Knights of Ozum, who once stood vigil over Gallowspire, are now scattered to the winds, because that will happen when the Uber Necromancer breaks out. What was formerly Lastwall is now the undead haunted realm known as the Gravelands. And look at that sweet art. Oh yeah, Vulture's Paradise. That is exactly what that is. And obviously, now that this has become sort of our new world wound, all the regions around it are going to have to learn to work together and better themselves, lest they fall under the Whispering Tyrant's sway. Recognize the attire of these two individuals right here? They represent the regions of Multhune and Nirmathos. Quote, "The conflict between the nations of Multhune and Nirmathos has cooled considerably, thanks to the events of the Iron Fang Invasion adventure path and the advent of a much larger threat in the region. Despite the ceasefire between these warring nations, tensions remain high, and agents of the Whispering Way would certainly love to see both of these nations return to fighting, rather than directing their military efforts towards the Gravelands. Also, that would make more bodies, to make more Zambos. Everyone wins! Mostly the Whispering Tyrant. The Whispering Tyrant wins! But that's not all, my friends. Post the events of Iron Fang Invasion, we have an official Hobgoblin nation in the Mindspin Mountains, ruled by none other than General Azaersi. I think I'm saying that right. Fantasy names are weird. But the nation is called Oprak. Quote, "Thanks to a powerful artifact giving the Hobgoblins access to the natural resources of the plane of Earth, that artifact is called the Onyx Citadel, and I've used it as a player, and it is sweet. The kingdom also stretches into the elemental planes." That's, as far as I'm aware, pretty new for this campaign setting. It's always been very high magic, but there's never been a "step right this way, kids, extra planar travel." Now we've got it in Hobgoblin Town. Anyway, to continue. Azaersi's expansionist tendencies have been redirected towards mercantile growth, and if she gets her way, Oprak could soon become more of an economic threat to its neighbors than a military threat. Speaking of military threat, you know what else falls in? The Eye of Spoopy! The Hold of Belkzen. This is a nation I've had my Eye of Spoopy on for a while, because Galarian's orcs hold a soft spot in my heart, and I was very curious to see what Paizo would do with them moving forward. Would they remain brutal and savage? Would they clean up their act? Column A, column B, I'll say. Quote, "With the fall of Lastwall and the rise of the Whispering Tyrant's third period of rule, the orcs of Belkzen have broken from tradition and refused to rally to the Lich's side." I guess we left the blue dragon on the other side of the grave. Oh well. That places them in the unfortunate role of being among the first bulwarks against the undead's expansion beyond the Gravelands, and will try the governing abilities of the region's new ruler, Overlord Ardax the Whitehair. So this could mean one of two things. We could be seeing a bad guy versus bad guy kind of setup, orcs versus undead. It could mean that the Overlord has cleaned up all of the 20-some-odd tribes in Belkzen. Who knows? Hard to say. Definitely stoked. When we do the Inner C2 Electric Boogaloo, it may be Belkzen that is talked about first. Unless you have any requests, those of course go in the comments. Anyway, last but not least, 8 new backgrounds are coming from this region, up to and including Cursed Family, Onyx Trader, and Whispering Way Scion, as well as the Lastwall Sentry archetype. Down but not out. I'll take it. Is this a member of the Whispering Way? Is this a Lastwall Sentry? Is this someone who's trading in the material cost for Animate Dead? Who can say? I can't say. Can you say? Put it in the comments. My cat is sniffing my foot, and it's kind of scary. I'm gonna get bit. Are we liking it? Next week it's the Gold Road. Are we excited to see Osirion, Thuvia, Rahadum, Kadira? That's probably the one I'm the most excited for, to be honest with you. Tell me all about it down there in the comments. The next episode of your Pathfinder 2nd Edition preview content drops next Friday. Achilles, do you want to say bye? Don't bite my foot! Want to say bye, buddy? Want to say bye to the people? Can you say goodbye? Well, can I get a boop on camera? I'm going to get the boop on camera. Y'all going to see this. Here we go. We're going to do it.